All right. We're going to be talking a little bit about looking at your definitions. This isn't going to have many answers, as it's just going to be, geared towards questioning. It's where you got to question yourself. A lot of people don't know what questions to ask or really how to ask them. So I'm going to do my best to assist in that. And we're going to start with the basics. And I will as well say every word that is used has its own definition. A lot of people get sucked into the whirlwind of not being specific, which causes confusion, obviously. So when I ask these questions, don't just be be specific. Don't just be like, oh, it's this, it's that. Like, no, be specific. What Make sure you know what you're talking about. So first, what is the matrix? What is a matrix? What is the matrix? And this is what you got to ask yourself. Are you talking about the matrix or a matrix? Because the only thing I know of with the matrix is whenever they talk about the movie, because it's the matrix, it's the one, right? But everyone wants to talk about the matrix instead of a matrix. Do they understand what a matrix is? Did you know you could have more than one matrix and they're called matrices? Do you know how a matrix operates? Do you know the mathematics, the science behind a matrix? And take it a step further, and we're just gonna be talking about the questions like that. We're just gonna leave them like that. You can write these down or however, answer them in the comments, whatever you want to do. But um you got to start asking yourself questions. So who are they? What is who are they? And that's a weird question, but everyone within the conscious community or everyone who's waking up always says, oh, we have to protect ourselves against them. Who? Them who? Who is part of them? Are you part of them? What's them? Who's in that group? What organization is them? You know what I mean? Who is they? Ask yourself these questions. When you say everyone's like that, who is everyone? Who are you defining as everyone? And why are you around them to the point to where they become everyone? When you say things like someone's a narcissist, how? When you say someone's a psychopath, how? When you say someone's a sociopath, how? What's causing you to define them that way? And is it even correct, or are you running with your ego? Ask yourself why you say a sentence like, I love you, but. Why would you say but? Why do you say but? I mean, I can answer that one fully and honestly because that one has a direct answer and people need to hear it. When you say but, it's because you don't actually mean what you said previously. When you say but, you're dismissing and dismantling everything you said before. So you don't actually love someone or respect someone because you want to say but and trample over them. You could simply just say, I love you. This is my perspective on these things. You don't need to use the word but. But's an awful integer. They made it for a reason. It's to shift. It's to avoid blame. It's to avoid um unwanted effects, unwanted things. It's a comfort word. You hear, I love this, but all this, that. Yeah, I can kind of see that. It's a persuasion. Come on. Don't believe me? Check it out. Everyone says it. Even when you say comments that say something with but, just learn to stop listening to people after they say but, because they're gonna say some bullshit. They're gonna say some weird stuff that doesn't even relate to anything or matter, or it's just gonna be pulled out of their own ass because they don't want to agree with what they've been seeing or what they're being told. No need to listen to it, just look at it. Ask yourself why you group people together. Because you feel energy. Ask yourself why you don't even believe that it comes from you, or why you are picking up on it. Ask yourself if it's really you or not. Why do you claim to be a victim when you're tired of being one? Why do you claim that you're being abused when the only abuser around anymore is you? Why do you claim that you're doing one thing while doing another? Why aren't you able to stay so focused on what you're desiring to do? Why is it hard to do things that you can think of so easily? Why is it that whenever you go out to set a goal, you lose focus? Where's your determination at? Ask yourself why you don't trust yourself enough to even be around other people. Ask yourself why you get overstimulated so easily and so quickly when it comes to emotions. Ask yourself why you're not even feeling them in the first place, which is what leads to the overstimulation, because you don't know how to handle it. Ask yourself how you can feel emotions. Ask yourself the last time you actually felt an emotion that you desired to feel. Whether it was anger, sadness, happiness, however, you felt it because you needed to, because you sat down and allowed it to flow through your body without restriction. When was the last time you nurtured yourself in that way? Ask yourself why you're so afraid of being poisoned by the food that we eat, but you don't take time to fast or to detox or to study these things or to grow your own food or to go on a Daniel fast. Look up what a Daniel fast is. It's in the Bible too. Ask yourself why you are so afraid of religion when it was a man that made you afraid of it. Ask yourself why you decide to stay in the dark, in the unknown, in the death so much. Then it prevents you from seeing the light, from being revived. Ask yourself why you're afraid of learning. Ask yourself why you're afraid to redefine yourself. Ask yourself why you're not taking the leaps that you want to take. Ask yourself why you don't follow through with plans that you know would easily work. Ask yourself why you don't go through plans that are hard and require effort but can work. But ask yourself as well why you go through plans that don't work at all over top of both of those answers. Ask yourself why you haven't actually changed yet. What's preventing that from happening? Ask yourself why you are so careless with your body that you harm it daily and you've grown accustomed to it. Ask yourself why you've grown comfortable in it. Ask yourself if you're really changing, if you're really trying your best every day to do something, and be honest. Ask yourself why you can't be honest with yourself. Ask yourself why you can't listen to the voice that tells you that you could be doing something different or something better. Ask yourself why you stress out about something that you already have an answer to. Ask yourself why you have a plan and then ignore the plan after getting the plan made. Ask yourself why you keep looking out but not going there. Ask yourself why money's a fear. Why are you afraid of money? Ask yourself why you're fearful of having a lack of money, and why that lack is stopping you from seeing the answer in front of you of how to make. Ask yourself why you're afraid of having a community. Ask yourself why you think the world is so dangerous. Ask yourself why you haven't took the leap yet. Ask yourself where you're at. What allegiance are you with? Ask yourself if you actually like the devil more than God. A lot of you all simply do. A lot of people do. Because the devil is reliant on you not active, on you not being active, on you saying things are too hard or falling into misery and complacency. That's what the devil likes. So ask yourself why you're praising the devil, but yet at the same time want to get close to God. You can't praise two of them and you're walking down one path instead of another. Ask yourself why you haven't received all the treasures you've been promised yet. Then ask yourself why you haven't took any action to receive those things. Ask yourself if you really are healing. Ask yourself why you haven't asked any question to anyone else as well. Ask yourself what's keeping you from getting out in the world, and asking those that know more or that have the knowledge. Ask yourself why you haven't walked down the road yet. That path of knowledge, that path of wisdom, that path of understanding. Ask yourself all these things. Ask yourself why you believe the galactical events that we're going through involve your family or your ancestors. How do you know? Did they tell you? And if they told you, why haven't you told anyone else? Why have you kept it to yourself? Did they tell you to? And if they told you to keep it to yourself, why? Was it because you're actually too afraid to speak up on it and you'd rather just believe something? Or were you actually given instruction? Does your ego get in the way? Do you get upset or angry? Or do you just accept the questions as they are? How do you know it's your ancestors talking to you if you've never met them? How do you know you're talking or walking with God when you don't realize that the God within you has been trying to show you the path for a while? How do you know that you're going down the right path when you're receiving nothing but wrong answers? How do you know if you're a follower or a traveler? And are you able to accept the answer that you give yourself? Are you listening to other people's words and just letting them control your life? Or are you actually looking at things as they are and questioning them? Do you accept things because thinking's too hard and you don't want to think anymore? Or have you just been wasting your time thinking about things that are so irrelevant to you that now it's exhausting to think about anything that requires brain power, anything that would be actually beneficial to you? Ask yourself why you're always so stressed out, why you can't read your own body. Ask yourself why you rely on other people and other people's way of seeing things and their own way of life to rely on what's happening to you in your body. Ask yourself why you ignore yourself to that level so much, to where you can't even hear your own thoughts or feel your own skin. Ask yourself why you feel so determined to do things, as well as the lack thereof. Ask yourself why you still define things as good and bad, and not in the sense to make things whole, but to see why you define things as good and bad. Ask yourself why you keep saying that people should come together when you're not even fully put together yourself. Ask yourself why you're not willing to walk with those who have their foot out. Ask yourself why you're unable to break the curse over your own life that you've put over your life. Ask yourself why you're so compliant with being cursed. Ask yourself why you haven't took time to research things that actually matter. Ask yourself if learning about the Palladians, the Arcturians, and all these other things are actually helping your life, or they're just information that you have. Ask yourself if the knowledge that you have is even useful for life. And we're not talking just about building and masonry. We're talking about everything. In fact, we are talking about masonry, having all the tools. Ask yourself if you're concealing or revealing at this time. Ask yourself if you concealed at the wrong times and revealed at the wrong times. Ask yourself why you can't use your tools properly. Ask yourself why you even have the tools in the first place, or why you even think you have the tools. Ask yourself if you're a believer or a knower. or if you just know that you believe, or you believe that you know. Ask yourself what's keeping you from researching the truth whenever the truth is out there. Ask yourself why you haven't took the time to get free resources. Ask yourself why, if you're wanting answers for truth, why you haven't gone to the description and clicked on the Malachi York books in the Google Drive. Over 450 books for free, and they give answers scientifically backed up, the truth. Ask yourself why so many people are faced with the truth and run away, or why so many people look at the truth and go like, "Oh, this is too much," and look and go the other way. Ask yourself why you're afraid to walk with those that know the truth. Ask yourself why sometimes you don't know. Ask yourself why you take "I don't know" as an answer. Is it because you desire the answer that you don't even know as well? And because you've grown up not knowing anything, you expect other people to know too? Ask yourself why you aren't going out and getting those answers. Ask yourself why you've believed in this lie for so long that anything other than that lie, it like bothers you and corrupts you and causes you to go in flames. Ask yourself if you have been a robot just following orders from others, or if you've been trying to live your own way. Ask yourself if your way of life is based off of external and political viewpoints rather than how you truly feel and what's going on with you. Ask yourself why you hold yourself up to standards that you aren't even working through or completing. Ask yourself why you haven't took the leap of change to your mentality, to your emotionality, to your physicality, to your spirituality, to it all. Ask yourself why you don't dig in deeper. Ask yourself why you don't have time to do something. What's so keeping you so busy? Existential crisis, stress, or the fact that you don't even realize that you have an infinite amount of time and you just say that you don't have time because you actually don't want to do anything. Ask yourself why you're lazy. Ask yourself why you are an overachiever. Ask yourself why you can't just relax and not stress about things. Ask yourself why you feel like you're the only one. You're the only one doing it in your way, but you're not the only one. Ask yourself why there are so many people walking around with the same label if it's so rare. Ask yourself why you have gifts that you're not willing to deepen and work with. Ask yourself why you're always exhausted. And ask yourself why you haven't cut out the things that are creating this exhaustion. Ask yourself why you would rather exercise your brain with guilt and stress and malnutrition and malpractices rather than exercising your brain with wisdom and knowledge and lessons. Ask yourself why you've grown so negative towards yourself and beat yourself up so much. Ask yourself why you don't feel worthy. Ask yourself why you feel like your physical limits your life, which is solely spiritual, from the soul. Ask yourself what you're rooted in. Ask yourself why questions annoy you. That's a fun one to answer. Ask yourself why you're not taking the chance to get healthier, even though you know how to and you're shown how to. Ask yourself why you would rather not be healthier. Ask yourself why things are too hard. Ask yourself why you've made it this far and contemplate on it. Ask yourself why you remain confused instead of moving forward. Ask yourself where your curiosity went, where that inner child went. Ask yourself why you don't feel like you're creative enough or able to do things that you desire to do. Ask yourself why you're unable to create. Why are you stuck in destruction mode? Ask yourself why you're so good at planning and making ideas, but you haven't done anything on the physical yet. Ask yourself what you have to lose, and then realize that you don't have anything to lose. Ask yourself why you feel like when you lose something, you can't gain it back. Ask yourself why you don't want to risk embarrassment despite being embarrassed your whole life. Ask yourself why things you've gone through millions of times, you can't go through it one time. Why can't you go through it on purpose? With the purpose, on top of purpose, within. Ask yourself, and always, any question that you have, ask it to yourself. Ask yourself why you don't follow through with the answer. Oh, I could do this, then do it. I don't want to. Why not? You wanted to do it. You found out how to do it. Now you don't want to do it. Ask yourself why you have that fear inside of you. Why you're so held down by fear. Ask yourself why you actually are negative and you're not as positive as you think. Ask yourself, what does negative mean? What is a negative charge and a positive charge? And which one am I? Are you taking things or are you giving things? Ask yourself why you think negative means bad. Ask yourself why you haven't looked up the physics of the world and studied it to see what's going on. Ask yourself why you live in neutrality rather than acceptance. Ask yourself why you like neutrality. Ask yourself why you like acceptance. I'm going to say it again because it's so important. Ask yourself why you feel the way about certain things. Ask yourself why you feel like questions are bad. Ask why you feel like questions make you feel good. Ask yourself. Only you know the answer. Ask yourself if you're really doing what you desire to do or if you just succumb to the system. Ask yourself if you really believe that the system would be easier, and then ask yourself if it is easier. Ask yourself why you want an easy way out of a difficult problem. And then ask yourself why you're so complacent to lay down instead of getting up and solving the puzzle with those who are already trying to. Ask yourself why you remain a part of the problem. Ask yourself why you blame things on other people and look outside of yourself whenever things arise on the inside of you. Ask yourself why you've grown attached to people, places, things, names, labels. Ask yourself why you scapegoat. Ask yourself why you even scapegoat yourself. Ask yourself why you don't give yourself that love every day. Ask yourself why you give other people love, but you don't turn to yourself to give that same love. Ask yourself why you think that giving your own self-love requires money. And ask yourself as well why you can't receive money for loving yourself. Ask yourself why the system's got you so tied up in this loop that you can't even see what you desire anymore. Ask yourself if you spend too much time online. Ask yourself if you stay too much time in a room. Ask yourself what you desire to do, and then do it. Ask yourself what you're waiting for. Ask yourself what's taking so long. Ask yourself why you haven't done any of your dreams. Ask yourself why you decide to stay in a nightmare and not wake up from it. Ask why you think that the situation you're in defines everything. Ask why you think the way you were raised defines everything. Ask yourself why you're still chained down by the same chains that others were chained by, that you're not stepping out of that boundary and doing what you desire to do. Ask yourself why you haven't brought it to the next level yet. Why are you so exhausted? Is it because you're tired of putting in energy into one thing that's no longer helping you? Or is it because you're not putting your energy in the right places? You're not being, correct with your energy. Ask where your focus is. What are you focused on? And then ask yourself if that's making you feel good or bad. And if you can't answer, ask yourself why you can't answer. If it's a mix and it's confusing, then it's confusing you. Ask yourself why you haven't left that confusion yet. Ask yourself these things. Learn who you are. Quit depending on other people to tell you who you are. Only you at the end of the day know who you are. Ask yourself why the human mind and the ego get defensive when they're questioned about themselves. Ask yourself why you feel offended. Is it because you truly don't know who you are and you've just been called out, or is it because you know who you are? Ask yourself why you get defensive and go to name calling and name blaming. Ask yourself why you can't stand on your own 2 feet without putting a label on someone or something. Ask yourself if you actually care. And then if you do care, why haven't you done more to prove that? Ask yourself why you're so hard on yourself when it comes to questions. Why do you feel belittled or berated or made fun of or hurt? Is it because you've never been able to handle a question? Ask yourself why you don't like questions. Ask yourself why you can't receive an answer. Ask yourself why you're still watching this video. Ask yourself why you haven't freed yourself from any form of matrix, that you still have to subscribe to something. And ask yourself as well, what matrix do you want to be subscribed to? Ask yourself why you define things the way that the conscious map of the world would identify it as. And then ask yourself if the conscious collective of the world is a positive or negative thing, or if it's mixed. And then ask yourself why those who've escaped that era, that land, is living a better life. Ask yourself why overly optimistic people inspire you or make you jealous. Ask yourself why you're jealous of people doing their dreams or having their gifts stronger, or having gifts that you don't have. Ask yourself why you're jealous of that. Ask yourself why you're a jealous person. Check yourself. Ask yourself why you believe things instead of know things. Ask yourself why you don't do that research to get that knowing. Ask yourself why you don't pay attention to symbolisms. Ask yourself why your subconscious, your hyperconscious knows so much about symbolism, but you don't delve deep enough to study those things. Ask yourself if you're really ready. And if you're not, ask yourself why. Nothing's stopping you at the end of the day, except for you. People can do things all over the place. But if you're not thinking about you and your life and what you're going to do, someone else can think of it for you. This is the video. I love you all so much. Thank you for all the support. Everything's in the description. I pray this finds the right people. Get them thinking. And even if it finds you and you say that you're not the right person for it, it found you for a reason. Ask yourself why you don't think that you're part of it when you're here witnessing it. Doesn't even matter if you witnessed a second of it. You know. I love you all. I'll see you later.